Before your child starts using ChatGPT, let me show you something important. You don't need a laptop. You don't need to start with 10 applications. You just have to begin with that one phone you have. And in this video, I will show you exactly what is happening on the screen. When you first open ChatGPT, you may notice something important. You can already see the chat screen before signing in. That means a parent or a teacher can test how ChatGPT works before going deep into the setup. But this is not the best use of ChatGPT, but just for testing to see how it responds. It's not best for long-term use. On the screen, ChatGPT already gives you suggested prompts. These are ready-made questions you can tap. This is useful for a parent who does not know what to type first. Instead of feeling stuck, you can even tap one of the prompts and see how ChatGPT responds as you are familiarizing with the interface of the application. This is good first lesson. ChatGPT starts with a question. Either you type one or you choose one already suggested. So after tapping the prompt, ChatGPT responds. This shows parents the basic idea. You ask, it answers. You can ask again. That is the heart of ChatGPT. It is not a normal search page. It is a conversation. But here is the limitation. If you do not log in, your experience may be limited. You may not keep proper chat history. You may not access all features. And some tools like voice uploads or saved learning history may work better after logging in. So testing without logging in is okay, but for a parent guiding a child, logging in is better. So this is important because once a parent logs in, ChatGPT becomes more useful for learning. It can save conversation. You can come back to the same topic later, and the child does not have to start from zero every time you open the application. For parents and teachers, this matters. A conversation about space, maths, reading, or homework can continue, not starting afresh every time you log in. Now, this is the powerful part. After logging in, you can use the microphone. You can speak instead of typing. This is very important for children. Some children can explain their equations, but they struggle to type it. Some children type slowly, some spell badly, some are just too young to write long questions. So with the voice, a parent or a teacher can guide the child to speak the question out loud. Like you can see the recording voice that says, "Tell me about space exploration." After you speak, ChatGPT turns your voice into text. That is called transcription. That is the moment parents need to understand. The child speaks, the phone writes it down. Then ChatGPT uses the written question to answer. So even if a child cannot type the full question, they can still participate. This makes ChatGPT more accessible. Then ChatGPT gives you an answer about, for example, space exploration. It explains the topic in a normal language. Okay, this is not the best prompt, but just for the lesson so that you understand, because you don't have to give it context. If you just say space exploration, what age? Because remember, we are dealing with different age groups, so you have to be specific. But for the sake of the video, just to show you how you can use the voice, I think it's okay. It explains the topic in a normal language. This is where the parent must guide the child. Do not just let the child copy. Ask them, what did it say? Can you explain one part back to me? What word do you not understand? That is how ChatGPT becomes a learning helper. Not that you just copy whatever it says. Now, let us look at the main features on the screen. At the bottom, there is the message box. That is where you type. There is a voice button or microphone. That is where you speak. There is a plus or attachment button. That is where you can add a photo, worksheet, document, or file. There is also a chat history. That is where previous conversations are saved when you are logged in. So for today, remember 4 things: type, speak, attach, continue later. When you tap the plus or attachment area, ChatGPT can allow you to attach things. This is powerful for parents. You can attach a worksheet. You can attach a reading page. You can attach a SKU notice. You can attach a photo and ask ChatGPT to explain it. But this must be done carefully. Do not upload IDs like private documents or personal child details without thinking. Upload learning material, not private information. Now, let's talk about the free versus the paid version. Let me walk you through that. Do not start by paying. Start by learning how the application works. Use the free version first. Test typing, test voice, test attaching simple learning materials. Only think about paid plans when you know why you need more. Maybe more uploads, maybe more advanced features, maybe heavier use for a school or family. But the first step is not payment. The first step is safe use, familiarize with the application. So today the lesson is simple. On one phone, a parent can test ChatGPT, tap a suggested prompt, log in, use voice, let the child speak, watch ChatGPT turn the voice into text, then guide the child through the answer. So comment phone if you want episode 3. That is where I will show you the first 3 safe prompts every parent should teach before homework. Brick by Byte.